Hello, Isabel dear. What are you doing right now?
I'm at work right now, Mrs. Gunther. Is anything the matter?
What? You have work today too? Why's that?
What do you mean, why? I work most weekdays, and it's not something I have control over. I've told you this numerous times before.
Oh, is that so? Didn't you tell me you work 4 days a week?
That's right, I've told you that I work most weekdays, Mrs. Gunther. More specifically, I work on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Did something happen?
Oh my, this is a pickle. I suppose that means you're not home at the moment?
No, I'm not at home right now. What's the matter?
I'm having a crisis, you see.
What? Could you please tell me what exactly happened? I understand you're having a crisis, but I need some details. Without them, I can't make a sound decision about what to do, you see. What happened?
I'm waiting in front of your house right now as we speak, and the door won't open. Don't tell me you locked the door.
What? But of course it's locked. No one's inside the house right now. Who wouldn't lock the door to their empty house? Always.
Is that so? Oh, this is bad.
What's bad, Mrs. Gunther?
Come now, can't you see I can't get inside the house?
Mrs. Gunther, for the last time, why did you come over so suddenly? I can't leave the door open for you unless you contacted me beforehand. Plus, I'm still at work right now, and the children won't be coming home for a while. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
When are you coming home?
I'm getting off work at 4 o'clock today, then I'll go grocery shopping before heading back, so it'll probably be around 5 o'clock when I get home. I also have to pick up the children from kindergarten.
Oh, gosh, seriously, what am I supposed to do then?
What do you mean, Mrs. Gunther? We simply can't let you inside today. How about going back home for now? No one will be coming home for a while.
Why would you say something like that?
Because it's the truth, isn't it? It's just too much to ask for is all.
You're making everything worse.
But like I suggested, why not just go home? The only other option is to kill time until 5 o'clock.
I think I should have my own key to the place too. It's only a bother that I can't get inside the house. Oh, I'm sitting down at a nearby park, but honestly, why does December have to be so cold? I just know I'm going to catch a cold.
Well, in that case, how about you spend some time in a cafe or something?
Oh, I can't do that.
Well, why not?
I don't have my wallet with me.
Why don't you have your wallet? I'm telling you, everything will be better if you go back home.
I don't want to.
Mrs. Gunther, be honest with me here. Did you run away from home again?
Yes, I did. And I'm not going back to that house of lunatics. From now on, I'll be living with you and my son's family. I also sent a message to Trent, but I think he's working. He's not responding. So I sent you a message just in case. So could you call it a day here and come get me?
Excuse me? I can't do that. It's a part-time job. I get paid by the hour, so I don't want to leave early. And what exactly do you mean when you say you're going to live with us?
I don't want to live with that bastard anymore. It was a big mistake to marry someone like that. I hope we'll have a great life together.
I appreciate the sentiment, but our house is small. We can't possibly provide any space for you, Mrs. Gunther.
It'll be all right. I'm fine with the storage room you have. That's all I'll need. I have everything with me, and it isn't much at all. And that's why I can't go very far. So it would be a huge help if you'd come get me right now.
What? You even brought your things with you?
Yes, I did. It's different this time, I say.
You said the same thing every time you ran away from home.
I'm completely serious this time. That's why I brought everything with me.
That still won't help you very much. The storage room you mentioned is now the children's room for Anna and Clint. I can't make more room. We really can't give you a place to stay. I'm sorry, but please ask someone else to let you stay.
You know I don't have anyone else. My other son's house is in another state altogether. And how do you propose a poor old woman without her wallet can make her way over there? I've nowhere else to go.
But we really can't do much.
Trent is my son, you know.
I mean, of course.
He's being dragged under your thumb, but he's in fact a very kind boy, you know. There's no way he's going to turn me away from his own house.
Perhaps he won't, but like I said, I'm still working. I can't help you right now. Nor can we give you a place to stay. We don't even have a couch for you to sleep on. We truly cannot help you, Mrs. Gunther.
My. You really are a stone-cold person, Isabel.
Perish the thought. I'm only being realistic, you see. Additionally, when you've run away from home in the past, you always wound up going home before dark, haven't you? Perhaps this is no different. You nearly had a quarrel with Mr. Gunther, right?
It is different this time, I say. I'm not living another heartbeat with the likes of him. That piece of trash just ignores me, you see. He doesn't listen to what I tell him. I don't want to care for him anymore. You understand, right?
Sure, there may be times like that, but you are married to him. You've lived so well and so long with him up until now. I've no doubt you'll get through this.
And what do you know about what I'm going through? Trent's now a kind gentleman, thanks to me and my parenting. So you two never have quarrels now, do you?
We do, actually.
Do you really? I can only say you're always in the wrong then. Completely. No question about it.
Perhaps you think so. I, however, beg to differ.
In any case, could you come get me now, this minute? I can't wait like this any longer. It's cold and I'm going to catch a cold. Leaving a poor old woman like me outside in the chilling air. You must have something wrong with you, If only Trent would respond. I wouldn't be suffering now.
Trent's also at work, Mrs. Gunther, and so am I.
But your job's only part-time, right? Hurry up and get back here already. Your job won't mind covering for you for a few minutes now, will they?
No, I suppose they won't. All right, Mrs. Gunther, you win.
Hurry up now.
I'll ask my boss if I can leave early today.
Oh, I can't wait anymore. Can you shake a leg, please? I'm cold. Why are you so cruel to me?
Okay, I get it now. I understand. I'm leaving now. I'll be there in about 20 minutes.
Good evening, Isabel. I'm sorry about today.
No worries.
Who would have thought my husband would come to get me that quickly? I was surprised. But I suppose that helped you out too, right, Isabel? It sure helped me. It was really cold outside today. I was sure I would have frozen solid if he hadn't come so quickly.
Is that so?
I see you called me a few times, but I was in the car and I didn't notice. Is something the matter?
You've really done it this time, Mrs. Gunther.
What?
Do you realize how long I was searching for you in that park near my house under the cold, bleak sky?
You did? But why?
You pressured me with those messages of yours and you made me leave work early. I was worried sick that something had happened to you.
Is that so? I didn't think you'd go through so much for my sake. You're much nicer than I ever thought, Isabel. I blame my judgment. Trent's such a kind boy, but you're not that bad yourself, dear. My honest mistake.
And that was the last time.
What? What do you mean?
Don't message me about such BS ever again.
I'm so confused, dear.
It's a huge bother to me.
What is?
Don't what is me, Mrs. Gunther. I left my job early, just so that I could play along with your stupid game of Runaway, you know.
This was never a game, dear. I was serious.
It was a game, Mrs. Gunther. That's all it ever was. You just wanted to get Mr. Gunther's attention. Is that it?
That's not true at all.
What you're doing is too childish for your age. Talking to him while he was watching TV, making a mountain out of a molehill, when he never responded. He nearly didn't notice you. And yet you accuse him of neglecting you and then you run away. It's no different from what a child would do.
And how did you know about that? That's rude in any case, dear. How about you learn a bit from Trent's kind nature,
And about Trent, he called Mr. Gunther and told him everything.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Everyone agreed that in the event that you run away from home again, no one will come to your aid ever.
What?
If you run away again and then contact us about coming to take you home, we will only ignore you. And by the way, even Mr. Gunther won't come for you. I suggest you don't run away from home again, Mrs. Gunther. It's about time you grew up. In the end, Kayleen has been strictly told by her husband and by her son to never do that again. It was time she'd learned to tolerate other people's simple mistakes and not make things so dramatic. Kayleen got upset at this and went on to run away again, but just like the warnings, no matter who she contacted, be it Isabel, Trent, or her husband, no one came to her rescue. And she wound up finding her own way home after a few hours. Hopefully she understands now and becomes a bit more like a responsible adult.